Herantis Pharma has closed the books for the first half year of 2022. To walk me through the events, I have the CEO Antti Vuolanto on link. Welcome.
Thank you. Pleased to be here.
Nice to meet you. Herantis initiated a fundraising this spring that was fully subscribed. How was the interest from the investors on this?
Yes, indeed. We realized financing in two tranches. One was directed issue earlier in the spring, and that was conducted as we planned. And then the second tranche was a rights issue that was fully subscribed. And of course, during the quite difficult market conditions during the spring, having a fully subscribed rights issue gives a strong signal that our investors were really happy about our strategy, where we concentrate fully on the Her96 and the smaller peptidomimetic fragment of the parent CDNF protein that we are now currently developing for Parkinson's disease.
How are you going to put the money to work?
Yes, that is something that we discussed and promised with the fundraising that we will deliver with that funding the phase 1A clinical study in healthy volunteers to demonstrate the safety and blood-brain barrier penetration of Her96 in humans. The near-term milestones include submission of clinical trial application by the end of this year, and then the actual clinical study will take place during the next year. And we will expect that especially the data about blood-brain barrier penetration would be a key for continuation of the development, as it is one of the major challenges while developing drugs for central neural system diseases.
What is the status of Her96 study?
Yeah, so far we have completed the preclinical proof of concept data set, the preclinical proof of blood-brain barrier penetration, and currently we are studying the GLP safety toxicology package that we need for the clinical trial application. Those studies are ongoing in schedule and will be reported by the end of the year and included in the clinical trial application. And at the same time, we are currently manufacturing the drug substance and drug product that we will use next year in the clinical study. So everything is going according to our schedule.
When can investors expect the next batch of information on this?
Yeah, we will definitely inform about our progress, namely the clinical trial application by the end of the year scheduled, and then next year during the first half when we start the clinical study, the second half of next year when we complete the clinical study. But the major milestone is definitely when we get the human data about the safety and the blood-brain barrier penetration. That we, as I said, is a key, and it's also key for our partnering discussions that we are having with pharmaceutical companies.
What can you tell us about the Nanoform collaboration?
Nanoform collaboration, some words about history there. So we initiated those collaboration when we still had two assets in active development, the CDNF protein, and at that time we had the platform of these compounds that eventually ended up with the nomination of the Her96 as the lead clinical asset. And while thinking about the CDNF protein, the collaboration with Nanoform was very essential there to optimize the potential clinical formulations. Now the company is concentrating more on the Her96, the fragment, the peptidomimetic fragment of CDNF. We have still ongoing and very fruitful collaboration with Nanoform, with success of demonstrating the ability to produce nanoformed HER96 particles. However, in the short term, we are very much satisfied with the current formulation that we give to the patients subcutaneously. But if we think longer term, it would be beneficial to even improve the formulation, and there one of the main avenues is collaboration with Nanoform to see how we could exploit the nanoparticles in the drug delivery going forward into phase 2 and beyond. But that's the future. We don't need that right now.
You were appointed CEO in July this summer. You used to be Chief Operating Officer. What will you bring to the company in your new role?
Yes, as you said, I have been with the company already 4.5 years. I was then back 2018 hired to lead the operations, especially the drug development programs due to my background in manufacturing, quality, and preclinical clinical research over the past 10 years. I think now when changing the role, it's quite logical transition, as I know the business of the company very well, very intimately, I would say. And I also have a very good view on what has been taking place in the partnering side, what is the CNS market overall right now. So I think I can bring to the company the fact that we will be more concentrated on this single HER96 asset and trying to optimize the value of that for the investors.
You also created a new role on the company, Vice President Clinical Development, and you have hired Charlotte Wiedebeck. Can you tell us a bit about the role and what she will be focusing on?
Charlotte Wiedebeck has a great background in CNS drug development from multiple pharmaceutical companies, namely Lundbeck, Roche, and Novartis. And she will add deep understanding about the whole development strategy, not only the early phases of clinical development, but how we build that into an appealing package, also partnering point of view. So we believe strongly that having her on board will facilitate both the product development side, but also the partnering discussion side, as we have communicated that the company strategy is to find a suitable strategic development partner at suitable time point to improve the value of the company for the shareholders.
Thank you for sharing this with us, Antti, and good luck going forward.
Thank you, and I wish you all a very good day.